So we can teach basic strategies to communication partners. It doesn't have to be AAC specific. So these are just some ideas for that. AAC specific skills. You can see there's a list of all these ones, which by the way is a free resource. So I'll give you the link to download that if you want it. Attributing meaning, modeling, prompting hierarchy. There's all these skills that we can teach. If you pick a skill a week, you have a lot of weeks to teach these discrete skills. And then, of course, teaching skills outside of the device, turn taking, choice making. It doesn't have to be with the device always, right? So we can teach joint attention and, gestural communication, facial expressions, all these types of things that we want to think about in addition to, the discrete skills. I love, when we're thinking about coaching communication partners, Jill Center and Matt Bod are doing amazing work. SMORES is an acronym that I love. You can go through, every week you can go through one of these letters of the acronym. Same thing, Tabby Jones-Wilbur with MasterPal. Both of these guys were on our podcast. Here's a link to listen to that episode where she talks all about it, and links to get more information. At-home practice, we talked about gauging overwhelm with parents and trying to figure out how overwhelmed are they, and that will indicate how much or how little we ask of them as far as at-home practice. Making sure we can log that. Here's an example of a tracking that I use with some of my clients. Some of my clients I do the online spreadsheet, so it just kind of it depends. The biggest thing is integrate into already existing routines. So we don't want to make an additional piece of work for a family. We want to establish something that's already happening and give some language targets that they can start modeling on the device, they can start working on, and things that are happening already. And of course, making sure they're motivating and fun. Okay, so this I definitely want to go over because sometimes parents are a little shy to want to be coached in real time. And as a clinician, it's a little awkward too, having to coach a parent, especially because you're not in person. So there's this layer of okay, I can't really see their face. So are they okay with the way that I'm coaching them? So there's a lot of things and nuances. So for parents that are a little hesitant, what I'll say is, take a video of, something that you're doing. It can be a routine you do every day. It can be your favorite time that you spend with your child. Take a video, whatever it might be, and send it to me. And then I'll take a look at it and we can go over it in the session today. And so that is something that makes parents feel a little bit easier because the pressure's off. The performance anxiety isn't spiking at an all-time high. So that's a strategy that I find really effective. You also can set up an activity, record it in real time, and then, set the activity for 10 minutes. And then after the activity is over, you can pull the video up. If you used a service like Loom, which I'm going to get to in a second, you can watch the video with the family member and you can pause it and you can, ask for feedback. You can say why do you think he was getting so upset here? And you can open a dialogue about what's happening. And that's where you really can embed all these strategies that parents can start practicing. So using video has been really, really amazing, especially in the last 2 weeks for me. Just thinking outside the box on how I can get parents, involved and learning these strategies. Using videos of past sessions, both with the child. I've also asked some of my clients, would you be willing to share this video, with other parents as a way for me to teach a strategy that I think is showcased really nicely in this video. And oftentimes parents, when, you're asking to use a video for educational purposes, they're very receptive to it. So I've been going through all my past videos and being like, ooh, there's a really good one where I was following the prompting hierarchy, or ooh, that's a really good one of following a child's lead. So I would encourage you to think about that. If you have your own kids, modeling with them. So doing an activity with a device, set up a camera, the sky is really the limit, but the power of video is really amazing. If we didn't have video, we would not be able to learn through these webinars and we wouldn't be able to coach from afar as successfully as we can now. Here's some ideas. Basically, I just want things to be motivating, and giving specific feedback to parents is really important. Giving specific core words to practice. Here's some ideas that I've been using in my practice that hopefully you can, get inspired by. Our ultimate goal is fostering connection, though. So, yes, we want to target core words and we want to learn about the prompting hierarchy and we want to do all these things, but ultimately, we want to foster connections. We want parents to be able to connect with their child. We want siblings to be able to connect. We want to foster connection, and language will eventually grow out of that. Sometimes parents, they don't know how to interact with their child. And so now's a perfect opportunity that we can coach them along the way, in ways that are engaging and fun, and doesn't feel like work.